everybody, and welcome back to another Sims 4 speed build. And today I'm actually copying a picture I saw while I was looking at unusual or interesting house designs online, and they called this a micro mansion. So I guess it's a new age tiny house. It only has one bedroom, one bathroom, but it has a bunch of stuff in here for your Sims to learn their skills. And as you'll see, it is a studio apartment style tiny house. So I can imagine this being part of a row of apartments that were perhaps an old renovated warehouse or factory perhaps, or small factory it'd have to be, I guess. So we're just getting some windows in. It's got tons and tons of light. That whole front wall is glass. So if you do want any privacy, I'm just saying, put some curtains up. But it's The Sims, they don't care. So I had a little bit of a fiddle around with a few different floor plans, and you'll have to excuse me. Of course, I start to speak and I get the hiccups. So we're on the ground floor. I'm trying to work in a bathroom and another bedroom, trying to turn it into more of a family home rather than just a studio apartment. But in the end, all of these walls go, and the stairs go back to where they were originally, which is on the side wall. We've got a little bit of that face brick there. Perhaps it was the original brick that the factory was built from. And I really love how the face brick gives it that real industrial sort of chunky feel. Love it, love it, love it. And we carry that wall upstairs as well, so that whole wall is face brick. And you'll see I do try hard to get that extra bedroom and stuff in for you, but in the end I go, nope, it's just going to be too hard to fit in all the things we need. So we go back, we put our stairs back, it will go in a minute, along the wall any second now. And we start a kitchen in one place and then we start it in another, but I'm pretty happy with the way it finished up in the end. This is not a starter house. I think it comes in well above what even two Sims would be able to afford, but I think when you see it, I think you'll agree that it's a really good stepping stone for your single Sim, or perhaps a couple that have just moved in together and are trying to, kick off their lives. There's plenty of room for them. And again, I was trying to get a bit of a chef's kitchen going and a nice big center island there, or bench that they could work from, put meals on, sit at to eat. And I can't remember if I left it there. Wow, Grey Soul's starting to let me down. But I love these bench tops. I love the look of the top. Looks like butcher's block. However, and I'm sure you hear this from many of your favorite Sims speed builders, we still don't have a great selection of countertops. What I was excited to hear though is that there's, I think it's 350 or 360 new, or maybe 320 new swatches coming in a free update when the Sims Island Living is released. And I don't know about you, but I am so excited for mermaids. So excited. And I do think that I will try to put together a Let's Play based on a mermaid living somewhere in or around Sulani. Well, it has to be there somewhere. And these lights are recessed, so you can't see them, but they're like fluorescent lights. If you're not a cook, you wouldn't understand, but it's nice to have light over your workspace, so where you're cooking. And I love those, the copper pots and pans hanging, even though it's probably a little bit old-fashioned. It just having them on that, you know, that metal strap, the metal strap construction that is the hanger. It really makes it, it gives it or adds to that industrial feel, and also the colour really picks up the bricks. So, and you can see we've added pipes on the wall. I'm not sure if they stay in the final pictures. We'll see. Upstairs we go for a more monochrome look in the bathroom. You saw me do the tiling then, but I've gone back down here to do the dining area. And it will, as you can see, feeds seats 4 Sims, and it's a lot of I'm going through a real monochrome phase at the moment, because my next build that you'll see is also done in black and white, but instead of with a brick accent we have bright green plants as an accent. And here I am making a couch out of the 2 of the settees, and yeah, I didn't like that rug so big. It was overpowering for the area. It's too small to go under the table as it is, but fits perfectly in the space. And just adding now the colour into it, those warmer tones, you know, on that on those artists, you know, canvases, giving it a real feeling that perhaps the person or the Sims that live here collect art, but they're very eclectic. They see something, they like it, and you know, they put it on their walls. So there's no overall theme, but just this gorgeous feeling of collecting, you know, the paintings that they love. And I think those ones are quite cute with the stylized ladies and things on them. So, and there's another colour, again bringing those warmer tones in, and also picking up on the coppery colours and the soft sort of blush in the brick. So I think that came out really well. And some more paintings leaning up against a wall on the floor. They clearly haven't hung them yet, but they really like them, so they want to display them and have them as part of their you know, as part of their environment. So just getting some beautiful kitchen clutter in at the moment. And I think those pipes do actually stay, and that I think really adds to the feeling that this is perhaps an old warehouse or old factory that's been remodelled, and I love it. And I think I did put a bin in there in that little alcove. This has been player tested. As you can see, there's Elara standing out there on the verge waiting to be able to go into the house and tell us what she thinks of the whole thing. Somewhere in here, there we go, we get some curtains up just in the living areas, just for a bit of privacy. It's not really necessary looking into the kitchen, and we get the curtains up on the top windows as well because it looks into the bedroom. Not that your Sims are going to climb up onto roofs and things, but you know, you never know. Burglars, peeping Sims, whichever. So a nice plush bed upstairs. Again, even though it's got that padded vinyl head and footboards, it still has the very square pipe looking, you know, giving that that industrial feel. And again, we're sort of going for the more monochrome with just hints of colour. And this is perhaps, you know, again, part of the monochrome theme, but maybe a chair that they might have rescued or revamped from, you know, a secondhand or thrift store. I love those chairs, Grandma's chairs, and again, getting more of the colour in. You know, I really love those paintings with the leaves. They come in so many colourways that are so nice to add a little bit of colour to your Sims home without overpowering it. And you can size them down too if that particular colour gets too overwhelming. And again, more industrial feel with the light fittings. Onto the bathroom, and it's nothing special. It's just, you know, very, again, as I said, monochrome. I've done a little bit of a, you know, a bit of fancy stuff, given them a double basin, which is, it's nice. Trust me, if you have if you have to share a bathroom with anyone, you appreciate having a second sink there where you don't have to climb over the top of each other. Some nice lights, which is nice to do your makeup and things with, and adding a little bit of colour in with using the plants into the into the room, giving it that little bit of colour and bit of life, so it's not so monotone, black and white, and bringing some more green in, and perhaps, you know, flashing it up a little bit with a few more paintings. So just on to the landscaping, fairly simple. There is a couple of trees. We see we have made sure we've got a letterbox, and I hope we put in an outdoor bin. I think we might have forgotten, so do feel free to remind me when you see it in the comments that I forgot the bin. And I remember in The Sims 3 where you could match the foundations, the paint, to the ones on the walls, and I would love for that to come back in The Sims 4, because sometimes you do want to have the foundations the same as the walls, and you want to have actual foundations. I mean, you can flatten the building, you know, down to the ground and have no foundations, but it's nice to have that little detail with the stairs at the front. And here's a sneaky little barbecue area if they want to barbecue. Bit of lights, and I think we're just about to come up to the screenshots. Thank you so much for watching today. I really appreciate your company. I hope wherever you are, you have an awesome day, and I'll see you